Hello, 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 my lovely, lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. Today's Pick a Card Love Tarot reading. We are going over what's happening with your person, what's going on with your person. I am reading this from the perspective of a minimal contact, no contact, but this really could be for anyone. If you're kind of curious, to what's going on with your person, you don't know much, or you're feeling a little in the dark, this could be very much a reading for you as well. But feel free to stick around for any situation. Again, just a reminder, I'll be reading it from a no contact type perspective, but again, just morph it a little bit for how it fits for you. Totally fine. I don't want to count out anyone. So I'm sure if you are drawn to this reading, you'll get messages for whatever you're looking for. So just set that intention. So I have 3 piles for you guys today. Pile 1, this is the Guardian of the Night tarot, and we have this graphic Amazonite. So Amazonite or Amazonite, however you want to say it, with graphite in it. And this beautiful High Priestess card. Pile 1. Pile 2, we have the Light Seers tarot, High Priestess for this. And we have this Charite for pile 2. In pile 3, we have the Pro Tarot, and this is the High Priestess for that. And we have this Smoky Quartz for pile 3. So take a deep breath and go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one and you're having a hard time deciding, sometimes people use the timestamps, the numbers on the timestamps, or you could just watch more than one pile. That's totally fine. You can watch different piles for different people. We're going to uncover a couple different things. I'm going to start off with an energy check-in in each of the piles. We'll be looking into what's going on, possibly look into realizations this person might have really recently had, their feelings, intentions. We'll be doing song cards and message cards, as well as confirmations and advice. So it should be a nice, good reading, even though I only have 3 piles. A very detailed reading for you. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Feel free to pause the screen if you need more time deciding, but I'll leave these up for a little bit and then I will see you at your pile. Bye guys. Hello, my lovely friends. For pile 1, we are going over what is going on with your person, what is happening with your person. I am reading this from the perspective of a no contact or little to no contact situation, but you can watch this for any situation that you're trying to get more insight with. I just want to give that note that I will be reading it from that angle. So for pile 1, you guys picked the graphic Amazonite here. And we have the High Priestess card, very beautiful card, from the Guardians of the Night tarot. So we're going to do a slight little energy check-in. I will say with this opening card, if you guys are drawn to this, there could be a sense of someone is a bit of a night owl, someone that possibly works at night, maybe you or them. There's like a nocturnal vibe. Maybe a lot of the interactions happened at night, those kinds of things. Someone could have an affinity towards bats. This also gives me like hangman vibes, so looking at something from a different perspective. There may be a need to look at something, or maybe you're trying to look at things from all directions. So, but let's start a little more with the energy check-in, just to help you know if you're in the right spot. My goal with this is for at least some part of this energy check-in to match you or match your situation, or let you know you're in the right spot. At the end of the reading, I will do confirmations as well if you need a little extra, like, is this really my person kind of vibe. So, but let's get started with the energy check-in for pile 1, please. Energy check-in for pile 1. Energy check-in for pile 1. Energy check-in for pile 1, okay. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to interact with these videos, even if you just want to tell me where you're watching from. It does really help out my algorithm, and I always appreciate that. All right, let's see. Between worlds. So there's kind of this vibe. This kind of gives me that nocturnal vibe where someone kind of maybe has a little bit of a like flipped upside down kind of vibe. But this between worlds, there could be a feeling of like one step in, one step out, possibly with this connection. You could feel like you're like, this person's halfway in or halfway out, or vice versa. There could be a flamingo connection, or even a beach or being close to the water connection for you. All right, we have stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. So some of you could feel like you were stabbed in the back by this person. There could be a lot of heartache or separation going on. I feel like someone collects knives. I know that's very specific, but they are like highlighting the knife on there. So that's for somebody. We do have one-sided love. There is a lack of emotional balance or fulfillment in this relationship. Love and feelings are not being reciprocated. There is a lack of emotional connection and depth. One person in the relationship doesn't share the same romantic feelings as the other. This may pertain to an imbalance of a give and take. So one person in this connection, possibly you, could feel like you're giving more than this other person. Maybe you never quite know where you stand, kind of the in-between worlds. We have faceless, searching for your own identity, difficulty understanding or relating to others. This reminds you of someone who wears a mask. This kind of, I think, is meant to look like marshmallow. So there could be a vibe around someone wearing a mask, or you can never fully see what their intentions are or what they're doing. I also think of like this Bat and Batman connection, and Batman being like a masked character. This person in this picture has a full sleeve tattoo, so that may be important or pertinent to some of you as well. And our last little bit, we have infidelity, cheating, deception, secrets. Well, pile one, I have a feeling this is going to be very interesting. A lot of this energy check-in. So if you things are good and you're just kind of curious about something going on with your person, this might not be your pile. With this energy check-in, I think that's very, very direct, that there has been a lot going on and possibly secrets, feeling upset, those kinds of things here. So if you feel like this is your pile, first off, sending you love and hugs, and let's jump in. So let's see, what is going on with pile one's person, please? What's going on with their person? Knight of Cups. Okay. See, this is the energy of romance, of dating, of like coming in like knight in shining armor. But we're going to clarify that before I speak on that too heavily. We have the 8 of Cups. So this can be about someone leaving. So this could be like your relationship kind of started off as like, you know, going really well. Maybe that's why you're feeling like, if you feel connected to that stabbed in the back energy, it's like things were good and then somebody kind of left. But we are looking at what's going on with them now. So this is about someone kind of evaluating what they really want in their life and going after their heart's desire. Ace of Cups. Holy cow. Okay. Well, if I couldn't have such a big contradictory, unless you're watching this reading and this person feels all this about you, but yet they are smitten with you. We have the Ace of Cups. That's love. 3 of Cups. All right. For some of you, this could be like some sort of third-party situation where there's persons in another relationship. Maybe they're focused on that. Maybe they left you for somebody else. It's very interesting energy. I'm gonna clarify all these, and then we're gonna dive into this. I'm gonna pull some oracle cards too with this in this section. What is going on with this person? Can we clarify this Knight of Cups? What is this Knight of Cups energy going towards? What is this Knight of Cups energy going towards? Queen of Pentacles. Possibly, if this is a third-party situation, be whoever would be the earth sign or have a lot of earth energy, or possibly someone that works in finance or works with them. We have a mother cat and 2 kittens, or actually 3 kittens that may be relevant here. But So the Knight of Cups clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. If I'm not looking at this, I'm going to try not to have this energy affect me too much over here because this is very opposite. So I hope this makes sense. Your person, with what we're looking at, what they're doing, this person is putting their time and energy into investing in someone that they find of value, someone that they find of worth, someone that's nurturing. This could be, you know, this motherly energy. It feels kind of like spouse. One of my fellow readers reads this as either the ex-wife or the other woman a lot of times in their readings. So my guides are reminding me of that. So that might be pertinent here. What is this Eight of Cups energy? The World. This Ace of Cups. Let me shuffle this in. It's a big one. Ace of Cups is my I love you card. So what is this Ace of Cups for? Three of Wands, the Moon. I didn't look at the bottom of the deck here. We have a Ten of Swords and an Ace of Pentacles. So this is a difficult ending, and this is a new beginning. I am going to stick these right in here real quick. All right, pile one. What is going on with your person? This feels like, okay, if we're reading this from a no contact situation and you have no idea what's going on with your person, I do feel like this person is investing in things that nurture them. This person does feel like they want it all. Some of you, this person could have gone on like some sort of search to find themselves. The Eight of Cups can be about going on a journey of healing. Possibly traveling the world, possibly halting a distance. So if you felt like you were in this energy, maybe that's how things ended. Maybe you felt stabbed in the back. You felt it was one-sided. You felt like this person was keeping secrets and deceptive. You know, this person is someone that is trying to find themselves, is trying to figure out what they want. This person does feel a little bit in love with the planning phase or the idealization of like what they're doing. I don't think that's a word, but you get what I'm saying. My guides give me all kinds of mushed together words. But it's kind of like the vibe of someone who is in love with the idea of things. But this also could be someone planning towards following what they love. It's like here we have the Eight of Cups. Someone's like going on this journey to figure out, to fill their deepest desires. And as they figure out what they want and what they figure out what they love, they're planning their next steps. That for some of you could be a reunion. The Three of Cups can be, it's reunion energy, it's celebrating energy, it's energy of friends, possibly like wanting to get together, to rekindle things. We do have the Moon, so there may be a need to speak on things or reconnect to kind of express those secrets, express what happened. And so through this difficult energy ending, this could be a new beginning for some of you. I mean, that could be very hopeful for some of you to hear. If that doesn't feel true at all for your person, please just trust your intuition there. But for some of you, this really does look like someone could have like really realized where they're investing their time, and they want to invest their time in something that is meaningful. I'm just taking this all in for a moment, see if my guides give me any more scenarios. I still feel like this person feels a little selfish, a little self-focused. So if they do come back in their life, it's almost like, hey, I want to tell you what I've been up to. I want to share with you all this stuff. They could have had realizations around love. They could have been trying to make better plans for that. But their energy, you know, any of you guys that followed me for a while know I read classically, but I also read intuitively, and I read the energy. And this person is still feeling a little self-focused or I guess you could say self-centered. So just keep that in mind. I get really protective of my viewers when I, you know, so hopefully that comes across. We'll do a whole advice section at the end. But what's going on with your person? It really feels like this person's on a journey to find themselves, a journey to figure out what makes them happy. And it looks like they are following what lights them up. And there could be some sort of reconnecting, even if it's just like talking as friends and talking through some of the things that maybe they feared, maybe the fears of being seen with this moon energy. We have Pisces here. We have a lot of water energy, and there's a lot of water throughout these cards as well. So you could be dealing with some water signs. All right, I'm gonna use this oracle card. This oracle deck has so many different situations in it, so I'm gonna ask for more clarity on what is going on. This one's called What's the Tea? Life is like tea, you must calm down to face it. Okay, so let's see what else is going on with this person. What's happening with this person? What insights can we have to what's going on with this person? What's happening? Moving. So this person does feel like they're going after something. They could be moving. Changing locations. All right, moving. Legal issues, court, judges, immigrations, lawyers, etc. So there's some sort of legal justice coming in here. This gives me Libra vibes, so there could be a Libra connection. But it feels like this person is dealing with things to try to balance stuff out. Happiness hater. So there still feels like there's a bitterness in this person. If you knew that from them from the past, if they have a tendency to be a little pessimistic, it says happiness hater. So some of you may have moved on from this connection. Maybe you came in here to watch this about somebody else, and here we are talking about someone that else. If you've moved on and you're in a happy relationship, this person could be a little bit like hating on that happiness. Okay. I'm curious to see what realizations this person's had, because again, the energy here is very different than the energy that's coming in here. So let's look at what are some recent realizations that this person's had about this connection. I'm going to ask what they had about you or this connection. What are some recent realizations this person's had about the viewer or the connection? Five of Pentacles. So this person feels like they realize where they've messed up. They realize if they did leave you left out, if they did all this stuff, I think that they've realized it. Like someone's shown a light, like we have this person with the light and shining a light on the path, and they've realized that, wait, you know, I haven't been fair. This also could be where this legal, if this person's not dealing with legal issues, it's like a need to like restore fairness or balance. Okay, what other realizations has this person had? So I think they realized that if they did do you wrong, which is what's over here, this person has realized that. And the Sun, they could realize how happy that you made them, how much you shone a light on them. I think of, you know, the Sun and shining a light on their situation. So something else could have happened with them where they really realized, like, you know, where karma comes around and kind of bit them in the butt kind of thing. We have Leo energy here. But the Sun is the happiest card in all of tarot. So this is, you know, we have three people kind of dancing. Someone is pregnant here. So there could be kids involved in this connection as well. Or one side or the other. Or there could be, like, for some reason, kids were an issue in this this connection. But we have kind of different generations here of people. So there could be an age difference for some of you. But this person, they definitely feel like there's been realizations around what really made them happy. And possibly, you know, I'm asking what their realizations about you were. So I think that they realize that they messed up. They realize that they hurt you. They realize that they left you out in the cold. And they realize how happy you really made them. All right, I want to look at their feelings towards you currently. Get these other decks out. So what is this person's current feelings? And then we're going to look at intentions because I'm curious. Because that tarot, what's going on with them, it does feel like they intend to at least reach out or communicate or something. So, but let's look at their feelings right now. So what is this person's feelings? What is this person's feelings towards pile one? The chase, preparation, relentless pursuit, victory. So they could intend to chase you. They could intend to go into a relentless pursuit to come after this. Receptive, open heart, softness, vulnerability. So I feel like this person is more receptive to this connection than maybe they were in the past with that one-sided love. More open. This person has been on some sort of journey with the Eight of Cups in that world. The world is also like the completion of cycles, the completion of a learning cycle. So this person, you know, is more open and receptive to you. And then they definitely feel grief and sorrow and pain for this loss of this connection. We still have chemistry, or we have chemistry on the bottom. So this person still feels a spark, passion, and desire towards you. So there's still a lot of chemistry here within this connection. Here, I'll keep this. So they definitely still feel that spark, that desire, and they are sad about this loss, but I do feel like this person does plan to do something about it, and they are more open to this connection at this time. I need a sip of my water. Hold on. Getting a dry mouth. Maybe this person's getting a little nervous about speaking to you. I'm getting really parched. Okay, let's look at this person's intentions. Actually, yep, oh no, I'm still using this deck. Okay, what is this person's intentions? What is pile one person's intentions? We have an Ace of Cups that fell out. A bunch of cards fell out. I'm not taking them right now. If the Ace of Cups pops back out. All right, what's this person's intentions? What's this person's intentions? Three of Cups. I do feel like they tend to like reconnect in some way. Again, this could be meeting together over drinks or connecting, dinner, something like that, like kind of wanting to like rekindle something, some sort of connection. So that they do intend to, you know, reconnect. That also was in the base reading. What is this person's intentions at this time? Page of Swords. So yeah, they plan to have some sort of communication. The page is a little more of an immature, so you might at least get like some sort of like text message to start this out, maybe inviting you to go out to dinner or go out, you know, to reconnect, to do something, possibly under the moonlight, you know, at night. I don't know. But this person does want to communicate with you. They want to start some sort of communication. And then we have the Empress. And the Empress can represent a family, so some of them could intend to reconnect, possibly take this long haul to see where this could go. They also could intend to treat you well. You know, the Empress is that energy of someone like really honoring, and the Empress is ruled by Venus, which I'll give a nod to Libra and Taurus for that. But it's nurturing, it's creation, it's creating something. So I do think that this person does intend to reach out, to communicate, and possibly create something here, you know. I mean, she is pregnant, but we can just look at, like, again, creating something, bringing something back to life, bringing something anew. I have the Queen of Cups on the bottom, so possibly expressing themselves. The Queen of Cups is very expressive about their feelings. So this person does, you know, intend to rekindle things, start a conversation, possibly try to fix things, and be nurturing and caring. So that's where their intentions are. Okay. Again, very stark from how we started, but this whole reading is really moving towards fixing things, or realizing what they've done. Okay, what you want to do with that information, pile one, all on you. But let's get you guys some song cards, and then we'll do message cards. So the song cards, if you know the songs, cool. If you don't, there'll be a message for you within the lyrics. You can pick one song, you can look at all of them, completely up to you, or ignore the whole thing. I don't care. If you have a song that you want to suggest, feel free to drop that in the comments. I'm always adding songs to this deck. So pile one song cards. All right, we have I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, UB40. I think it's also Elvis Presley. In Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel. Okay, that's the song from Say Anything, you know, where someone's standing outside your house with a boombox over their head. This person could realize that they have to make some sort of big gesture. In Your Eyes. Okay, whether they're songs, pile one. X Factor by Lauryn Hill. And Against All Odds by Phil Collins. Wow, okay. So if you guys want to screenshot that, I would suggest looking at some of these. I haven't listened to this song, so I don't, or at least I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm sure I've heard it. But there's pretty intense songs there. Pile one. So again, feel free to screenshot that, look that up afterwards, and see what your person has to say. But then we're also going to pull message cards. Feel a need to pull out my decks with sunsets on them. So let's see. Pile one. What does the person want to say? What do they, when this little intention of reaching back out, what does this person want to say? I realize that we are connected beyond what I can explain. I know I made the wrong choice. I'm so lonely without you. I've cried over you losing you. I need you in my life again. I wasn't ready to connect. I'm so sorry. One or two more here. I'm excited by the thought of you. My heart hurts thinking about you. Then we have You Are My Sunshine. You know, we did have that sun, you know, and what they realized, that this person realized you're like the sun in their life. All right, let's pull a couple more. I said I wanted to use decks with sunsets on them, but now I can't find them. This deck wasn't part of this, but it was stuck. So it says, I wonder how you feel. Okay. What does this person want to say? What do they want them to know? I only want to be with you. It's hard for me to tell you how I feel. I want our union. I feel stuck in this connection. Ooh, guess we're taking this one. This connection is spiritual. I have abandonment issues. Also, that person, those realizations, you know, if they didn't leave you out in the cold, they also could realize that they do have abandonment issues. That could be the realization that they had, and they're thinking of you. So this person is currently thinking of you. We have, if it does not serve you, let it go. I feel like that's an extra message in here. Okay, so I'm going to move on to confirmations next. This kind of ends what's going on with your person. If you need a little extra insight, if this is indeed your person, I'm going to pull some letters. I will channel some names. We'll pull some attributes just to help you know if this is your person, your right spot. If you don't need that, bye. Thank you for being here. But then at the end also we'll pull some advice for you as well. Let's get some more insight to who this person is. So for those that need extra confirmation that this is their person, can we provide that for them? Okay. All right, so we have Aquarius in 7th house. So Libra here, this is someone that you could have met with online, or maybe does a lot of stuff online, something like that. We have the 10th house, so Capricorn energy, or someone possibly you met at work. Someone could work online, like remote, maybe be an influencer or something. We have the 4th house, so Cancer showing up. We have the 2nd house of for Taurus. With the 4th house being here, that represents the home. So someone could work in real estate or work around homes. We have a 0 too. I'm not sure what that's about. So we have numbers 7, 10, 4, 0, 2. So we can look at April, February, July, and October also could be important months. All right, let's get some attributes for those who need extra confirmation that this is their person. Also the 4th of a month, the 7th of the month, the 10th of the month, or the 2nd, or even possibly 20. Okay. That one's flying out. We have shy. This person can be shy, maybe you're shy. We have short, so this person, there could be a height difference. We have light hair. And from the past, I guess that's not surprising. And then let's get some attributes. Those that need extra confirmation. Wow, okay. Let's see what we have here, and then I'll pull letters still. So we have light eyes. We have light hair, light eyes, quiet, Scorpio. We have the numbers 5, 4, so May and April again, or 5th house of Leo, 4th house is Cancer. That's a letter. We have smart, so this person is smart. We have Capricorn again. This person could be very business focused with Capricorn showing up a lot. Sorry for the sneeze. We have air signs showing up, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have a 3 of Pentacles, so could be for some of you, someone that you've worked with, someone that you are maybe married, maybe you're watching about someone that you were married to, maybe this is strange. We have the 5 of Cups, so someone is definitely very regretful for what they've done. And let's get you some letters. We have an F and an N so far, but let's see. Let's see, can we get some more letters? So look for initials, your person's name, or even yours. You guys are always so cool when you're like, you spelled out their whole name. And I will channel some names too, so if they pop into my head. So, all right, let's see. We have F, S, N, T, V, H, so double letters, G, E, and H, so triple letters. We have vet here, so someone can work with animals. She, maybe pronouns are important. I don't know, he, she, reminds me, I think of pronouns. We only have one. Makes me kind of think of Henry's popping up. Jerry. Sheen, Sean, Shetty. I felt the need to say Gettysburg, so I don't know if that means something to somebody. Interesting. Am I getting any other names? Tegan. Garrett, Sarah, any name that starts with H, because we have so much H's here. Like also someone that could be the 3rd, Trip, here in Sanders. I don't know. anyways, those are what I'm getting, guys. So those are your confirmations. Hopefully that helped if you needed it. And next I'm just going to pull some cards for advice. So let's pull, I got a couple decks. I'm just going to pull one of each. Find a room. So for pile 1, what is their guidance? What is their advice for this connection? I'm always going to tell you guys to stay true to you and to your heart and what you need. Even if no one else gets it, your soul, you know, knows. And sometimes, you know, even if someone might not think it's the best thing for you, like I can tell you, you know, maybe don't, you know, maybe really just see where this person stands before you jump back in if they really made you feel this way. However, we're all in different phases of our life cycles and our life, the lessons that we're learning. So trust what your intuition is telling you. But your overall advice is go with the flow. Maybe hear this person out if they do have something to say. Just go with the flow. Don't try to push this. I wouldn't put too much energy in it with that go with the flow. Message of forgiveness. So there may be a need to be forgiving. If you feel inclined, if that is a hard no for you, again, honor that. And let's see, what else? The delicate fairies and her ferrets. Change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. There's one more. Let me see. With this, though, you know, if things need to change in this connection, or they need things to change, and this person's like, this is hurting me, you know? I mean, there is a message of forgiveness, but, you know, just because you forgive someone doesn't mean you have to allow them to treat you the same way again. You know, I guess the message, you know, go with the flow, hear them out. Change is necessary is kind of how this feels. But again, stay true to you. And then we have you are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. So you may have said at one point, I will never talk to this person again, and here you're contradicting yourself. But it says your contradictions and complexities are interesting. We have a bunch of butterflies, so there is like a message around transformation here. But that's kind of your advice. Go with the flow, accept change, but also be true to you even if you're complex and contradict yourself. And possibly there could just be a message of forgiveness coming in. You don't have to forgive and forget, though. Completely up to you guys. So I'm going to end this pile here. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me on this reading. I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends from pile 2. You picked this beautiful charite, and we are going over what's going on with your person, what's happening with them. I am reading this from the perspective of a no contact or little to no contact situation, but you can watch it for any situation. You might just have to tweak that a little bit. Always remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not everything's going to fit for everyone. So I'm going to start with a energy check-in just to kind of help you know that you're in the right spot. We'll be holding this High Priestess, kind of seeing if I get any messages here. I love this High Priestess, she's kind of got her eyes closed, but yet you can kind of see some eyes in there. So there might be like seeing the unseen kind of vibe going on with this person, like you see into them more than they're trying to show you. There could be, for some of you, some sort of telepathic connection. We do have this spot right over her third eye here as well. And the High Priestess is a very intuitive, insightful energy, but sometimes to represent something about the unknown. So that's why I kind of pulled them for this reading. But let's jump in for an energy check-in just to help you know. My intention with this is for some part of this, if not the whole thing, fits your situation so you know you're in the right spot. But I will be doing confirmations at the end as well. Okay, so energy check-in, pile 2. Energy check-in, pile 2. Energy check-in, pile 2. energy check in pile 2. I hope everyone is doing well. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, hi, welcome back. Don't forget to interact with this video, even if you just want to tell me where you're watching from. So, first card we have out, commitment. You're attracting a lifelong commitment, a life partner, a soul flame. This could be the one you'll choose to spend a lifetime with. This may pertain to an engagement, a sacred union, renewal of vows. Not vowels. Current relationship, it could be propelled forward. So with this and the context I'm looking at this reading, there definitely was some level of commitment or feeling like this person was like a life partner, a soul flame kind of vibe here, that you could see yourself having a potential lifetime. Possibly some of you guys could be married or have made an engagement to this person. We have love potion, love attraction, sexual arousal. So there's definitely a lot of like almost maybe obsessive kind of vibes going on. But you think of like love potion number 9, like someone like cast a spell on me kind of vibes here. We do have regret, thinking about past mistakes, wishing things were different, ruminating. So there would be some sort of potential for someone to feel regretful about whatever has happened to get you to this point, to this reading. We have no place like home. So there, some of you guys could share a home. Again, there's like commitment, you know, feeling a lot of love, but yet regret, this feeling of home here, that you would feel with this person. And then we have girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. There also could just be a snake connection for some of you. It could be a nod for that. But we'll kind of go. So if you feel like any of this kind of fits your situation, that you're like, okay, let's see what is going on with your person currently. This could be like the last time you saw them. If you are in a no contact, maybe they are telling you they feel regretful, something like that. There's definitely a lot of commitment, love, even if it's like maybe a little toxic. We do have poison written on this bottle, so there could be some toxic traits. Same with the empath narcissist paradigm. Again, take it for how it fits for you. If it doesn't, let that part go, if everything else fit. So pile 2, what's going on with their person? What's going on with their person? We have a Knight of Swords. Now, this Knight of Swords always looks like he's running away, but it's typically our Knight of communication. Let's keep going. We have a 3 of Pentacles. This is collaborative energy. Some of you guys could work with this person. We have a Queen of Swords. 5 of Swords. What's going on with this person? This person's very much in their head thinking, possibly thinking about how this is going to work out, how this can move forward, trying to gain clarity and truth here, but maybe being a little like stuck and overthinking kind of vibe. The overall energy is the Empress energy. I want to give a nod to Libra and Taurus, because Empress is a signifier of the planet Venus, which is rules Libra and Taurus. So what's going on with your person? Yeah, again, this person's just heavily in thought, very pensive, trying to figure out how this is going to work. And the 3 of Pentacles is, how do we collaborate? How's this going to build? Those kinds of things. Some of you, there could be some sort of third-party situation. Only take that if it actually fits and you already know. But this person, yeah, they just feel like they might be fighting themselves in their head. And you also could be dealing with someone who has headaches or migraines. With this guy's very, very kind of distraught with his hand on his head. But the Empress energy here, again, I keep getting a vibe that somebody's watching about someone they are committed to, possibly have children with the Empress here being, she's pregnant with the world. And then we have a 10 of Pentacles right under here in the Lovers, so Gemini energy. Yeah, I think this person's really thinking about possibly how to fix things if you guys are separate. We do have that regretful energy. How to build something, how to create something. Let's clarify all these real quick. Pile 2. What's going on with their person? Can we clarify this Knight of Swords? What's this Knight of Swords about? Okay, we have two. We have another Knight of Swords, and there's our Four of Cups. So this person, I think, is wanting to communicate, or they're thinking a lot about a missed opportunity. I love these cards for clarifiers. So the Four of Cups can be about being apathetic, not being happy. You could be focusing on things that didn't work out and being regretful. And yet there's this, we have this person and they're like, but I have a full cup right here. You know, it's a cup of love. So this can be someone, this can be about rejection, but someone missing an opportunity here. We have a cat up here that's ready to pounce on this opportunity, but all this is behind this guy and you can't quite see it. So this is, you know, this energy, this person could, this person could be wanting to communicate how they really missed out, how they didn't quite see it, you know. I kind of was getting that vibe, you know, with her eyes, like seeing and unseen. So it's like, I didn't see it. I didn't see it then. You know, if there was rejection here, if there was someone running away, maybe trying to go on adventures, you know, this person could be having a change of mind about that. We'll finish these out, but what's going on with this person? But I really feel like they're moving towards wanting to communicate something. What's going on with this person? Clarify pile, or Three of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Swords. I know this is a big card. I'm not skipping it. I kind of just want to pull. We have another Queen of Swords. We have the Justice. And Justice is blind, right? And then we have the Lovers. Okay, pile 2. I wanted to pull some more before I jumped right on this Ace of Cups. So what is going on with this person? I really do feel like this person, if you guys aren't together, they're thinking a lot about this commitment. They might be thinking about any toxicity they brought into this connection. That could be where this regret is coming from. There's this feeling of there's no place like home. We have this Ace of Cups. This person does want some sort of new emotional beginning. They want to work towards that. They want to put in the effort towards that. I feel like this person wants to be extremely honest. We have two Queens of Swords here. You know, they both are holding the Sword of Truth. She's here kind of like, this one's like, okay, I'm looking at you and I have my quill. So there could be some sort of written communication that this person's kind of planning, maybe writing stuff down, possibly trying to figure out how to tell you. So with the Five of Swords clarified by the Justice, I think this person is really contemplating and looking at where they haven't been fair, where they weren't balanced, maybe where they didn't show up in a balanced way. And we have the Empress and the Lovers. What's under here? Five of Wands. This is confrontational energy. It can be someone ready to put up a fight. You have more communication, a willingness to take this seriously. The Strength card, Leo energy here. Okay. So I really do feel like for a majority of you guys, the majority energy here is someone that is very just contemplative, really trying to figure out the truth, how to be more honest. And really like show up in a loving way. But I do feel like some of them like ran from this situation or was running from the truth, was running from being seen. I keep going back to the eyes there. Seen and unseen. This also feels like someone who like the truth kind of has caught up with them with a double Queen of Swords here. So if you cut this person out, if something swiftly changed, I just feel like this person couldn't run away from the truth much longer. And so it's kind of like eating away at them with this Five of Swords. And again, anytime they were unfair, anything unjust, if some of you guys are married to this person and they kind of dipped out on the marriage, I mean, I hate that for you. I'm so sorry if that is your scenario, but I do feel like this person is seeing what they've done, you know? And again, we have the Lovers here and the Empress. The Empress is like beautiful energy. This is loving, this is creation, this is soulmates energy. The big meaning of the Lovers, though, is about choices. It's about making a choice. And we have these two people here holding hands, and then we have these little cats, and they have a little love heart. I have a charm that looks just like this. But there's a feeling of wanting to come together and create. So I feel like that's what your person wants right now. They really do want to communicate, especially if they missed this opportunity, if they were looking at things that weren't important. I do think they want to come in and at least communicate something. But I do think a lot of them want to build towards some sort of new beginning here with this Ace of Cups. And again, coming in full force, truthful, honest, and then be fair, because it is like almost eating them up. Again, this regret, this ruminating energy is really sitting here because karma came to play, you know? Karma came to show them where they messed up or they weren't being fair. We have two cats kind of fighting here for balance. Justice is supposed to be blind, but she's got one eye open. It's like almost like now I see. I didn't see it before. I had my eyes shut, and now it's like now I'm seeing, and now I'm getting clarity. Possibly for some of them now I know what I want. Again, if we're looking at that no contact situation. I need to sip of my water real quick. All right, let's pull some of these cards. These are a very interesting deck. It's a wider range of information in these, so we're going to take it. Remember, general reading. I have a feeling for some reason my guides are telling me there could be some contradictory information in whatever cards I pull here against each other. I don't know. Maybe I'm misspeaking, but that's just how I feel before I say it, before I pull cards. So I feel like one scenario is going to make sense, and other scenario is going to make sense for some people. I hope I'm making sense by saying that. So basically, take it if it fits, don't take it if it doesn't. So, or if you know for sure. All right, so what is going on with this person? What is happening? Threatening, intimidating, bothered. Whew, we have a gun in this picture. Yikes, okay. Maybe that's very specific to somebody. And the guides didn't want the rest of you guys to take that. There could be some intimidating stuff going on with this person. Maybe someone's been threatening them to act right. Maybe karma's threatening them, or someone could be getting uncovered for something that they've done. I'm like hearing blackmail too. I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, guys, what you got? What else is going on? Groupie. Someone's a musician. They could have some groupies, but this is, you know, someone that's just a fan. I don't love that word. That's a whole different thing I could unpack. But this is also someone that's just really like into somebody else, you know, like thinks they're magic, like puts them on a pedestal. What's going on with this person? Now, if you're looking in about a musician, they could have some groupies, you know, we could be very, very serious with that. Okay, karmic friends, can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemy closer. So your person's dealing with, and I think of groupies as someone that isn't really seeing you. It's like people liking you for what you can get them, or liking you for your fame. You know, that's typically what a groupie is. I don't know. It's such a fluid. Sorry, I spent a lot of my 20s friends with people in bands, and I hated that word. But so some people like being called a groupie. Some people don't like that. But basically, I'm going to read this as someone. It's like when someone is putting someone else on a pedestal, they're not quite seeing them clearly, right? So I'm thinking that for the vibe of groupie here, especially with karmic friends. So I think that this person is kind of involved with some people that they can't fully trust, you know, like they're dealing with people, maybe even feeling a little intimidated or threatened. I mean, I hope that's not the case for a lot of them. That's kind of a card. but this person feels like they're just dealing with a lot of fake people, like people that don't have their best interests at heart. Maybe that's what maybe some of them made some sort of wrong choice, and now they're realizing that, oh, you know, like wherever I went, like the grass wasn't greener. You know, it's just a bunch of fake people that wanted me for what I could do for them, not for actually who I was.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Sorry. So there could be a Siri connection for some of you. I have mine turned off on my phone, so that's really freaky to me that my phone, first I thought it was my Echo device, but I don't want to say her name either. But that was weird. Anyways, my phone's across the room, no one touched it, so that's weird. Mine only goes off if someone touches it. So anywho, all right, moving along. That just creeped me out. I want to look at what some recent realizations this person has, because I really do feel like this person is starting to see the truth of the situation, see the truth about maybe where they didn't show up. So let's see, what is your person's realizations? What realizations have they had recently? What realizations? Page of Swords. Okay, we do have some books kind of falling out. So again, I feel like this person has gotten some truth. He's wearing the color blue, which is the color of the throat chakra, which is all about speaking your truth. Okay, realizations around some truth. Let me get some more insight to that. About Five of Wands, yeah. I feel like this person maybe has aligned with some people that, again, didn't have the best interest, and this person is really seeing that. Like they're seeing the truth of it. They're seeing like the competition. Also, sidebar, this also could be about someone realizing like they have to compete for you, you know, that maybe they have to actually like put in some effort, and if there's some competition, maybe you have a lot of people biting for your attention these days. Maybe that's something that they realize that, oh, I should have went after this when I had this person's full attention. But ultimately, between this, with this kind of, I feel like this person's realizing that they've surrounded themselves with people who don't want their best interest. Maybe you really did. And maybe that's like the contrast here of the people that they've surrounded themselves with now with the purity of who you are. It's like made this person realize how really rare you are. How caring and nurturing and honoring you were, just as this person was. Like you didn't need this person to change. You know, you were really committed to this person, and it wasn't toxic. You know, it was love, and maybe they didn't, you know, go along with that, and they're having to, like, I wanted to say, I almost said eat crow. Maybe someone says that phrase, but they realize that, okay, like I messed this up. I chose poorly. I didn't choose the people that, you know, really had the best intentions for me. Maybe I chose people that, you know, boosted my ego. Okay. I want to pull one more realization. Not done here. What else has this person realized? What is this person realized about our viewer? What has this person realized about the viewers? Ace of Swords. That there needs to be some sort of new beginning in truth. There needs to be a truthful communication. And they realize that it's like a feeling like the truth will set you free. We have all these birds flying here. So I think this person realized that the only way to like free themselves from this is to be the most open and honest. So that's what I feel like. They definitely feel like they need to speak their truth to you. They may need to explain some stuff to you. They may need to fill you in on what has happened. But the truth will set you free with these birds. 100%. Okay. Let's see. Let's look into this person's, grabbed the wrong card, person's feelings. So get some more oracle cards. How is this person currently feeling towards the viewer? What are their feelings about our viewer? What are their feelings? Resentment, stinging word, bitterness, anger. Okay, so they're dealing with some sort of resentment or bitterness about the situation currently. But stinging words is really like, yeah, I kind of looked over that, but there is the, like, if you put this person in their place, it's like your words are stinging them, like they're caught in the barbed wire. Like they couldn't just get away with this, is kind of how this feels. Like I feel like that's more important than the resentment part. But then we have consequences. Yeah, this person is dealing with the consequences of their action, cause and effect. So I think that, you know, whatever choice they made, that if it was incorrect, or again, going for these people that didn't really have their best interest, even picking fake friends over you or something like that, you know, they're dealing with the consequences. They're recognizing, they're having a cause and effect. Again, they're seeing the truth now. If I could label this pile, like what's going on with your person is they're seeing the truth, but they want to speak it as well. Drifting, slowly parting, disconnecting, detaching. So if it's been a long time since this person has been connected with you, they could feel like this is drifting apart. You know, it's detaching, maybe that you're getting away. Maybe they, you know, maybe they're bitter about what they did. They have resentment towards themselves. You know, we did have that regretful energy here. And this all could just be slipping away from their own actions. On the bottom of the deck, we have judgment call, or judgment, which is wide open, wake up call, life review. So this person's had some recent realizations, and they're like seeing the truth now. That's over and over and over again. It's come up. Let's pull a couple more about their feelings. This person's feelings at this time. This person's feelings. Healthy choices. Self-love, self-care, being happier, love and life. So they do want to make healthier choices. Seduction. They still are attracted to you. We get them another nod to that third party here with this, but temptation is here as well. Karmic relationship, wow. Okay, resentments, triggers, wow. That's come up a couple times. I mean, if you, as the viewer, are watching this person, you feel like this was a karmic relationship, which was just lots of lessons and stuff like that, that might pertain to you. I can't ignore that angle. I am a Libra. I see all of sides of things. But it does feel like this person is just dealing with a lot of stuff. And like, I look at I can't talk. Karma is what I think of as our life lessons that we came to learn. You know, they're not always easy. And they could be dealing with the karma from this connection or from the things that they did. Again, because they are seeing the truth. Okay. But again, if that relates to you, please take that. I typically read the energy as a whole. So if you ever see something in a card, I will say this, because sometimes people comment like off the wall things on my comments. If you see something in a card that hits you and I don't talk about it, please take that. Like, you are the person that knows your situation the best. Again, I'm reading thousands of people's energies and I'm trying to make a cohesive storyline here. So please honor yourself. Like, if you're like, oh, well, this means this to me and she didn't talk about that, dude, take your thing. I'm not going to pick up on everybody's situation. Do my best, but some of them get, woo, it's confusing if I smush them all together. But, and if I get my guides wanting me to point out exact one-offs, I totally do. But so basically, I'm just telling you, like, stay true to your intuition, okay? Please, please, please. This is for guidance and insight and to help you along. All right. Next, let's look at this person's intentions. Okay. What is this person's intentions at this time? This person's intentions. Their intentions. Some sort of new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles. We have the Devil. What was coming up with that? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune has changed. So, especially with this toxicity over here, this person could want a new beginning and change their devilish ways. Could want to change things for the better. I'm gonna get one more clarifier of this. They did come out together. So I do want to say that's about changing that, but I feel like there's something a little bit more here. So can I get a clarified what this devil is about and this person's intentions? Do they intend to be the same old cosmic or toxic person? The Hierophant. No, okay. These are very opposite energies. This is growth. You can even see the way they depicted the Hierophant here. We have a meditation, like yoga teacher or someone teaching meditation to a class. Meditation would be somewhere that you're self-reflective. So I do definitely feel like this person is wanting to change their old toxic ways. With these coming out together, I feel a little more confident with that intention that they do want to change. We do have this little bullet point pointing to this house, and we started off with this no place like home. You know, and their intentions are either to build a house, buy a house, reconnect with their home. But I do feel like this is, you know, very sincere energy here. Okay. So let's move on to our song cards. If you're new here, and the song cards, if you know the song's cool. If you don't, feel free to look them up. There'll be a message for you in the lyrics. Some people make a playlist from all of them, but you can pick one or pick none. It doesn't matter to me. It's just for you guys. So, all right. Pile 2 song cards. So we have It's Your Love by Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Still Learning by Halsey. Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey. And if you have a song you want added to the deck, put that in the comments, please. You Got the Look by Prince. Okay. And Clean Eyes by SYML. I don't know if it's Simul or SMYL, but I do like that song. That was a client, or that was a viewer choice. Okay, so if you want, go ahead and screenshot those, and then we're gonna move into channel messages. And I think I'm going to go with, just because there's like so much of like needing to tell the truth, I'm gonna use our Hidden Truth Oracle to start these messages off. This is volume 1 and 2 blended together. Okay. What does this person want to say? What do they want them to know? I can't be with you. Okay. So there's something that's keeping this person from being with you. These are just like general messages though. Or general, like not everything's going to fit for everybody, but let's see what else we have. I daydream about a life with you. I wish I had treated you better. I don't know how to feel. Your intellect arouses me. I love you unconditionally. You didn't see my tears. I'm recovering. Some of them with the devil and this poison, some of them could have an addiction issue. I didn't really talk about that. I don't know why it didn't cross my mind until right now. I'm not over you. I don't know why this happened. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I don't know what I want. We have a lot of I don't. So, I mean, I know they intend to have some sort of new beginning and change, but I still feel like this person's still not quite sure. I hope they're learning their lessons. I hope they're seeing their truth here, because that's come up a lot, but there's a lot of I don't knows in this. And sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and I wish things could be different. Let's see. Another deck here. All right, let's get a couple more, and then we will move on to confirmations. So what else does this person want to say? Remember, you don't need me to be happy. Happiness comes from within, my love. I know we're not perfect, but we are perfect for each other. Thank you for your patience. I'm not focused and I'm losing my balance. I'm about to sneeze. I'm trying not to sneeze. Whew. I want to start a family with you. We did have the Empress here. I love you and you are my other half. And I feel you in my heart. So if you need a little extra confirmation that this is indeed your person, I'm going to pull those now. If you're good, you know this is your person, awesome. Thanks for being here. But if you want a little bit extra confirmation, we'll pull some advice cards as well at the end. So, okay, let's see. For those that need extra confirmation, can you please provide that for me? All right, I'm gonna kind of use these for mostly for zodiac signs. So we have 10th house Capricorn, 5th house Leo. We have the number 0, which is kind of like the Fool, so fresh start, taking a risk. Another 5th house Leo energy. Also, we could give a nod to May or October. We have Taurus here, and we have a number 6. So this could be Virgo. This could be June. Also, so for your numbers, we have 10, 0, 5, 5, 6. So some of those numbers could be important to you guys, or that time of month, like May 5th, May 6th, June 5th, October 5th or 6th, something like that. Maybe someone's address has like 506 or 605, 550, or in their phone number. I don't know, you guys will have to take it for how it fits for you. Taurus rules the 2nd house, so the number 2. We'll also give a nod to February with that one as well. All right, let's get some attributes for who this person. This could be about you or them. So we have optimistic, shy, and active. All right, let's see. More insight for those who need confirmation. All right, we have foreign, long distance. We have the number 8. So August or Scorpio for the 8th house. When we have the death card, it's another Scorpio. Throat chakra. And maybe someone has something to do with their throat or an issue there, but that's also about speaking your truth. We talked about that a lot. We have free spirit. We have Leo's energy here, and we also have Gemini again for lovers. All right, and let's get some letters for you now. So I'm gonna, if any names pop out, even if they're not fully spelled, I will channel them for you guys, but let's see. Those that need confirmation. All right, so we have an N, a P, V, X, W, K, B, L, I, and another X, so double letters. For some reason I want to say Dos Equis with the double X, so somebody could be into that kind of beer. We have Bill, we have Will, pill, maybe someone had an issue with some pills. Lip, which makes me think of Jeremy Allen White from Shameless, but from The Bear. I love The Bear. But yeah, so Philip, lip. I want to say Carmi, just because that's another big character that Jeremy Allen White plays. So Jeremy Allen or White could be important for you. Bip. Kipper. I feel like someone has a nickname of Viper. I'm hearing Lawrence, Wallace, Nell, like Nellie, Linda, Lena, Paula, I don't know what name they're trying to say. I don't know. All right, I'm just going to keep looking at these. It had nothing to do with this, but it's like in the outskirts of my head. Sorry. Winnie, Wendy, Nelson, Paula, I think I said that already. Paulina, something PL, Paul. Maybe someone's last name is PL, but I don't know. Or someone could be a plumber. Hike, Xavier, Wilhelmina, that's really the only names I'm getting. Again, if you see your person's name, please take that. But there are your letters. There are your little extra confirmations for those who needed it. I hope you found it. If you're really on the fence and then nothing of this is your person, then maybe this wasn't your pile. Maybe this isn't your reading. That's fine too. I'm going to move on to some advice from the universe. So for pile 2, what is some advice? Some advice they need at this time. I feel like this advice is going to hit someone slightly adjacent to this situation, but if something hits home for you for something else, please take it. All right, we got 2 of these. All right, we have Alice in the Sea of Tears, cast away out of your depth, feeling abandoned. So we have Alice in Wonderland here, kind of sad. Oh, we have 3. We have Loyal Guardian, Magical Protector is there for you. So if you've been really upset about this, if you've been very tearful, I feel like there's a message here, just like a reminder that your guardians, your guides are here, your guardian angel, however you want to play, like, you know, take that, lean into the people that, you know, protect you, that are loyal to you, possibly connecting with some friends, being open and honest about your feelings. Butterflies and glooms. After sadness, happiness and hope return. So there's a vibe here about, you know, knowing that it'll be okay. After sadness, happiness and hope return. Oh wow, and then we have 11, 22 and 33 in these cards. That's kind of cool. 1 1 2 2 3 3. You know, I do feel like the universe wants you to know, like, I'm sorry that you're sad. I'm sorry if this has left you brokenhearted. I'm sorry if this person couldn't be what you needed to be, but you deserve someone very loyal to you. And for the time being, you know, your guides are here. If you ever do find yourself like in a sea of tears, don't forget to ask your spirit team, your spirit guides, guardian angels, just the universe. I don't know what you believe in, guys. You know, you can ask if something is too hard, or, you know, you need some reprieve from feeling like this, you can ask them to take it away, you know. And if you're really empathic, sometimes ask yourself, is this even my feelings? You know, so my favorite thing to do, because I am very empathic and I pick up a lot of energy and I do energy work here, I try to be very good about cleaning my energy, but sometimes stuff sticks. And I'll be upset for no reason, and I will be that way for a while, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can ask my guides to take it away. And sometimes if I'm curious if it's mine or not, I'm like, if this isn't my energy, can you please take it away? And it's crazy how quickly I feel a huge shift and I feel better. So make sure, you know, your guides and angels and everybody's here to support you, but because we live in a realm of free will, we do have to ask for their help, okay? So keep that in mind, but I just want you to know that it will be okay. All right, let's see what else. Pile 2 for advice. Free message. Okay, I guess we're gonna pull another one. Mirror effect. You know, some of you guys could be picking up on this person's feelings too. So I think it's really important that you guys do, you know, reach out and even just ask the universe to take stuff away that isn't yours. And you might be surprised. Or you can, if this is such and such as energy, can you remove it? And it's crazy sometimes. Okay, any other last words of advice for pile 2 before we end this? Do what you love. So if you found yourself in a lot of tears about this, maybe step away from this, do something you love, do something with connect with friends, do something that, you know, that makes you feel alive again. That, and like, basically, when you do things that you love for you, you're recentering your energy around yourself, and it's easier to, you know, not make this person the focus anymore. You're recentering on yourself and doing what you need to do for you. So pile 2, I'm going to end this here. I really need some water. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. It's truly an honor, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 3. We are going over what is going on with your person, what's happening. I am reading this from a perspective of a no contact or little to no contact situation. You can watch this for any situation. Just know that I'm reading from that angle, so you may have to just adjust some stuff to work for you, but totally fine. Up to you. So you guys picked this really big chunk of smoky quartz here, and the Crow Tarot. I'm going to start with a energy check-in just to kind of help you know if you're in the right spot. I will be doing confirmations at the end of the reading because you guys seem to like those as well, if you need that extra confirmation. But let's kind of start with energy check-in. So you guys picked the Crow Tarot High Priestess. There could be a crow connection for some of you. There's some pomegranates on here that I know that's seen a lot in symbolism. It's for abundance and several other meanings, but my guides are like highlighting the pomegranates, so I don't know if somebody eats a lot of pomegranates or there's some sort of pomegranate connection for some of you. Okay, but let's do the energy check-in. Pile 3, please. Energy check-in, pile 3. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, hello. Welcome back. All right, let's see, energy check-in. Energy check-in. And one more. Energy check-on pile 3. All right, let's see what we have, pile 3. So with this, my intention here is for something in this to be resonant for you, to help you know in the right spot. So if it's completely not you, maybe not be your pile, or maybe this isn't your reading. But if all of this or some of this fits, then hopefully you're in the right spot. Okay, we do have boundaries. Clear boundaries are needed in the situation or relationship. Protect and honor your energy in a balanced way. Spend the time alone if needed, and reconnect when able to. Set healthy boundaries that are necessary, and learn to say no when needed. So there could be a boundary issue here. There could have been some recent boundaries set within this connection. There could have been time apart and a reconnect as well. We have reassurance, feeling safe, happy in a relationship, caution, danger, and nervousness. So there could be a need or been a constant need for reassurance from one side or the other here. But reassurance was a kind of a factor in this, is how it feels. We have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. So there was a lot of, attraction in this connection, a lot of flirty, dating energy. Some of you guys could have started off as like a fling that turned into something more. They're also with the third party interference, that could be true for some of you as well. We have self-focused, masculine energy and self-care. So someone could be just very self-focused at this time, or maybe that was an issue, was they're just more self-focused than focused on the connection. And then we also have why. This is the number 31. We have this person kind of rolling over to a book. So there could be a constant like, well, why? Well, why? A need for explanation, need to discover the truth. There could be, it also feels like a lack of closure here in this connection that's kind of going on. So if any of this, pertains to you and you feel like you're in the right spot, let's jump into this. So we'll be doing tarot and oracle cards to kind of see what's going on. We'll be looking at realizations and feelings, intentions, doing our song cards, and then we will do confirmations and advice at the end. Pile 3. Pile 3. What is going on with the person currently? Okay, we have a 5 of Wands. We have the Judgment card. So this is kind of competitive kind of vibe. fighting for something, that kind of stuff. Judgment card, there's a reawakening, coming back from the dead, if you will. There could have been a recent aha moment. We will look at realizations as well. This is the 7 of Wands. So there could be some, this person could be feeling like they need to defend themselves. We have this 5 of Wands energy, this 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands also is very similar to that boundary, you know, like standing your ground, putting a boundary up. It has multiple, all the cards have multiple meanings, but, and I'm getting so tongue-tied, that's so crazy. I feel like there's been one pile in each reading lately that I just can't talk. So if you catch me on each of those, sorry. And maybe there's something like a stutter, or your person has a tendency to get hung up on their words, or has a hard time getting out what they want to say here, just because I'm stumbling. But the 7 of Wands can be about, you know, having a boundary, standing your ground. But it's perseverance kind of energy. Well, I mean, that's a little more 9 of Wands, but it's still like, it's like, I'm here to stay kind of vibe. We have 4 of Swords. So that's a card of inaction, but it's a card of contemplation, meditation, thinking things through. So the way your person feels, there kind of feels like what's going on with them at this moment. What's on the bottom? We have the moon. Okay. What's going on with your person at the moment is it feels like someone who's kind of like fighting off some possible realizations. I will clarify all these in a minute, but the message that I'm getting so far is like a message of like this person not really wanting to wake up to the truth, that they feel a little stubborn. And there's a not give up vibe here too, but there's also like some stubbornness with this person. So you may recognize about this person. Like they don't give up a fight easy, but at the same time, this person isn't doing much about it. The moon here, so a nod to Pisces. This person could be, you know, it feels like they're evaluating a lot of stuff, but I'm curious to clarify this because my guides keep showing me with like someone with their head in the sand. Like, I don't want to know. Like, yes, it's like realizing that you're the problem, but then not really wanting to realize that you're the problem. It's like an energy of pointing fingers. Like, no, it's your fault, not my fault, kind of thing. Super interesting. Okay. Like I see someone like putting their head in the sand or putting their hands over their ears. Like I don't want to hear it. Like you're trying to tell them like, no, this is what happened. You're not seeing it right, and they're like fighting off that information. Like they're set in their ways is kind of how this person feels, and they feel like they're still stuck there. Like if this was them a long time ago, I don't feel like this person has changed all that much. But let's see, let's clarify. Let's clarify this 5 of Wands. We have the Empress. The Empress is ruled by Venus, which can represent how we love, who we love, what we love. This person feels like they're like battling, like being receptive to things. I think of the Empress in feminine energy and receptive energy. So I do feel like this person is fighting with that a little bit, like allowing. Again, there's this stubbornness with this person. Like it's giving Taurus energy. No shade to my Tauruses. I love you guys deeply, but it's that stubborn as a bull kind of vibe. Knight of Swords. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Page of Swords and Knight of Swords have come up almost in every pile in some way, shape, or form. Okay, pile 3. Oh, it's been a long reading, my tush hurts. Okay. Someone could have lower back issues. I feel I need to talk about that. What is going on with your person? looking this over because the message I'm getting from my guides is a little different than what I'm seeing here, you know? So I always try to talk about both things because sometimes what they tell me fits 100%. Sometimes it's just like a one-off, but it feels very pertinent. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this is for like someone that's in my soul family, and you'll know who I'm talking about if you're here. I don't have a specific person, but feels a very direct message that the person that you're watching about isn't ready to really hear you. This person is still like gung-ho, I was right, da-da-da, could we start again? But yeah, you would have to admit that I'm right. But I don't know if they're like really willing to face the truth or see themselves clearly. They still kind of feel like, oh, well, I was very justified in this. Okay, that's a one-off. If it fits for you, cool. If not, let's move on. So with the Judgment Knight of Swords combination, I would actually, you know, even though there's stubborn energy here, there is a person that's like, okay, well, let me at least communicate. But there does feel like there's like, I need to communicate my side. So this person could be wanting to kind of express themselves about their side of things. We have the Seven of Wands here with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new tangible beginning. So that Seven of Wands energy, which can be defensive, but also standing your ground. It's like, we can start again, but it needs to have clearer boundaries kind of vibe. But I'm not going to do much, but I'll speak on this, but I'm kind of waiting, sitting back and waiting. We have the Moon and the Knight of Wands. It's interesting because I see like the Knight of Wands as being like the doer energy, the masculine energy, which we did have masculine energy here, but it's like this person's stuck between like allowing or fighting allowing, but then also really not doing much about stuff. It's a very interesting energy, pile 3. Usually when I'm confused in a reading, like you guys are like, nope, makes 100% sense. So if it makes sense for you guys, cool. I'm over here like, wait, what? I have to get out of my own way sometimes. Just let the message flow. It's not for me to understand, it's for you guys. So I do feel like a lot of them do want some sort of new beginning, but it is coming in with like harsh boundaries. Now, maybe you guys had an issue with that. Maybe it's like, okay, if we're going to do this, we got to do this right. We need to have boundaries. Can't blur the lines. We have to be clear about that. But again, this person doesn't feel like they want to do the effort towards that. They want you to do it. They want to tell you how to do it. Again, they're stubborn, but they don't actually want to do it. That Four of Swords it's just part of this reading, but it's coming in super strong. Okay. I'm going to use this deck. This deck is an interesting deck, and we're going to look into more what's going on with them. There's all kinds of interesting stuff in this deck, but I'm always surprised by what comes out. But let's see what else is going on. Please remember this is a general reading, so not everything's going to fit for everybody. If it doesn't fit at all, it might not be your reading. That's totally fine. All right, what's going on with pile 3's person? Creeping. Okay, this person's keeping an eye on you in some form. They're keeping an eye. It does feel like they're trying to be incognito. Like they might, okay, you know I'm talking about this person's not doing it, but then we have this like young kind of energy here that actually would be a messenger. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like asking friends about you or like getting other people to get information about you. That's kind of how this feels. It's like they're not doing it, but they might be like delegating that to somebody else. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they're not creeping on your social media, a friend of theirs is, or they're just trying to get information on you. We have running. This person could be a runner. That could be a nod for that, but this person could still be running away from this. We did have the Ace of Pentacles, but it's like this person feels like my way or the highway kind of thing. I don't, if you feel like this person was in the wrong, I don't think they see it. Haunted. Memories, flashback, trauma, side effects. So I do feel like this person is haunted by this connection. They're haunted by you, haunted by things that happened. you know, but this person does, we have trauma here. So this person could be also just dealing with other traumas in their life. But this person doesn't quite necessarily like hearing the truth about themselves either. It's like they know it deep down. I want to keep my head in the sand. I don't want to face this. I want to run away from anything that's hard. You know, it's so interesting. This person wants things to be light and fun and whatever, but things get real, or maybe things got real fast with you guys. And this person is still kind of like, I think they're haunted by the connection, but they're still kind of run from it. Yeah. All right. Next, I kind of want to see, especially with judgment being here, I think it's a good question. What has this person realized? Even if they're avoiding it, we do have an avoider. What has this person realized? What has this person realized? 9 of Wands. I think they realize they don't want to give up. I think they realize they are very traumatized. This kind of feels like someone realizing that they were blaming you for things from their past, like their own traumas. I don't think they want to tell you just yet, but they have realized, and this is like, they could have realized also like where they have caused some issues. Temperance. So this person, I think, does also realize where they need to heal, where they need to work. Temperance is a blending of energy. It represents Sagittarius, but in this, I'm really thinking like this person realizes like their fault in this, their fault in whatever fight this was. Though I don't think you're gonna hear it from them, because they still are like, okay, I might have done that, but at the same time, don't tell me. And this person feels like they're the type of person that has to goodness, they get stumbled over the words. Okay, they have to realize things on their own, like come to their own realizations. Like you could have been right about them or right about something 100%, and they're just like, oh well, okay, but I need to come to this conclusion on my own. So they could have realized that maybe you were right. Maybe they do need to work on themselves. Maybe like, and I keep hearing a battle of one. So I don't know who that makes sense for, but this person feels like it's like they realize that they caused their own fight, like they caused their own issue. Like their own stuff caused whatever has happened here. So, all right, I want to look at a little more into this person's feelings towards you. What's this person's feelings at this time? What's this person's feelings? Nourish, self-harmony, soul growth, comfort. They could feel very comfortable. Again, I feel like they're being haunted. Misunderstood. So they feel like you've misunderstood them. We do have victim here. Again, it's that like slight victim mentality. But they also have mistakes here. So, but they're feeling about you. But they just feel like you misunderstood them. Maybe there's just a big misunderstanding between the two of you guys. Boundaries again. Maybe you put up a big wall and you said no. Maybe you drew a big line in the sand and that's all they have to go off of. Interesting. So maybe this lack of inaction, it's just they can't do anything about it. Maybe they want to actually do something about it. Maybe so they're working through other people to try to get to you because they can't, because there's a boundary there. But boundaries are important. But this person, you know, again, whatever this misunderstanding was, the energy feels like I was justified. I'm going to pull a couple more from this one. We get boundaries again. I don't know. I think there is a boundaries in this one, but I'm not sure. So anything else about how this person's feeling? Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking. They're keeping an eye on you. They're seeing what you're doing. Grounding, stability, security, performance, growth, and endurance. So this person, you know, kind of feels like they don't have like overly mushy feelings towards you at this time. but it does feel like they just feel a little misunderstood. There's something with the boundaries here, but they are keeping an eye on you, but they are trying to ground themselves. So hopefully if there was some sort of, you know, issue, that they are working on, you know, their own stability and their own security. All right, let's look at this person's intentions. What are their intentions at this time? What's this person's intentions? This person's intentions. Their intentions. Page of Cups. So this is a messenger of our emotions. It is a younger energy, so sometimes, like, you know, not a big thing, not like some big valid or valiant kind of effort, but, you know, they do intend to, you know, express something, express some sort of feelings with this Page of Cups. Some of them could be in some sort of art or photography or something like that. What the page, this page happens to be painting. We also have a Nine of Pentacles. This is a very solo energy. This is energy of self-reliance, of being by yourself. This person is nourishing. We did have this, you know, this person's kind of nourishing themselves, grounding themselves. So I do feel like they are focused on themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear something, but their ultimate goal right now does feel very self-focused. Any other intentions? High Priestess. Some of them, this High Priestess is doing, like, reading a crystal ball, has tarot reading going. So some of them could be, you know, if they're trying to keep an eye on you, even though they're working on themselves, it's like they can't quite let this go. Again, they were haunted. They could be getting a tarot reading on you, kind of trying to see where this is going, trying to figure out what's going on there. Super interesting. Okay, so let's move on to our songs. So if you're new here, with these songs, there'll be a message for you in the lyrics. If you know the song, cool. If you don't and you feel compelled, look up the lyrics or listen to the song. Up to you. You can do one song, you can do all the songs, you can make a playlist, I don't know, whatever you want to do, or ignore this whole section. It's fine. So pile 3 songs, we have Don't Speak. There's my tongue-tied. By No Doubt. We have Coming Home by Sons of Apollo. I don't know that song. Adore by Amy Shark. And if you guys have a suggestion, a lot of these, most of these are clients or viewers suggested. So drop those in the comments as well. Songbird by Eva Cassidy. I think some other people sing that song, I'm not sure. Apologize to One Republic, or by One Republic. It's too late to apologize. All right, so if you want to take a screenshot of those, if you want to look those up after this reading, let's move on to messages from this person. So what does this person want to say, if they could? Oh, yeah, we need this deck, don't we? All right. Let's see, pile 3's person, what do they want to say? This is a Shadow and Light deck. I don't think it's in print anymore. Everybody always asks about it, but it's by Liv Tarot. I know she's got some other really cool decks, so, or a similar one, but let's see. This person want to say, we have, it's a shadow aspect. It's like, I'm afraid to open up to anyone. I keep getting signs that remind me of you. You make me feel bad about myself sometimes. I'm living the consequences of my choices. I want the best for you. You're always in my heart, even though I'm not in touch. I put up walls around me. Okay. And then I'm settling for the life I thought I wanted. At the bottom of the deck there. All right, let's see. Let's get some more. What else does this person want to say? What do they want the viewer to know, please? I want your attention. I don't want to miss my chance with you. Secrets. So they could just be being secretive. Again, we've had that looking, stalking, keeping an eye on you vibe come up several times. you will always be my secret love. Okay. So it could be like a secret admirer for some of you, or some sort of like crush situation. I don't want to let you down. And then honest. I want to be honest with you. Maybe they want to be honest about their secrets that they kept. Maybe there's something they never were fully honest about. You know, I did have that, someone like in denial or keeping their head in the sand or not wanting to be seen. You give me so much to look forward to. Okay. And I'm afraid to trust. So those are your messages. I'm going to move into confirmations. If you need a little extra confirmation that this is your person, I will try to get those for you. All right. And then we'll do advice. So for those who need more confirmation that this is their person, can we please help them with that? I'll be pulling some zodiac stuff, some attributes, as well as, yeah, just random things that hopefully you'll find your confirmation, and some letters and initials. So, okay, so we have Cancer, Pisces, Gemini. I also want to give a nod to December with the 12 here, March with the 3, but this is also Gemini. Also someone you can know through like a sibling or a close neighbor or in your neighborhood. We have the number 6, so that could be Virgo for the 6th house. That could be June. We have number 5, so May, or the 5th house, which is Leo, or the 3rd, the 6th, or the 5th of a month, 12th of a month. And number 7, so Libra. This could be you or them, by the way. Also July with 7, or the 7th of a month could be important. Any of these combinations could be important. You guys are going to have to kind of figure that out. Like December 3rd, December 5th, December 6th, December 7th, any of the combinations like that. All right, let's get some attributes. Those that need extra confirmation, can you please provide that? Well-rounded, so this person's well-rounded. We have intense eyes, or intense eye contact. An animal lover. Okay, let's get some more confirmations for this person. Whoa, okay. A lot just came out there. Let me sort through some of this. So we have Libra. We have Libra. We have the 11th house, so Aquarius. Someone also could work online or work in IT or something. Sagittarius, or big time traveler. We have Scorpio. Gosh, how many people picked this pile? Gemini. We have the 6th house of Virgo again. We have South America. We have the Queen of Cups, so water sign energy. Life of the party. Optimistic. Dark eyes, dark intense eyes. Russia. We have the number 0. We have the letter O. I'm going to pull more letters, don't worry. Awakening, so there's some sort of awakening this person's gone through. Someone could be a spiritual awakened person. We have fire signs, so we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. All right, let's get some letters besides this O. Okay, for those who need confirmation, I will I'll mention any names that pop up even if they're not fully spelled out for you guys as well. Okay, let's see. All right, so we have O, F, M, J, T. We have a lot of fuzz. S, so double letters. Y, B, A, G. I want to say Fatima just popped into my head. Bess, someone that goes fishing. We have bass on here. Tass, James, Jim, Mass, so possibly someone who's Catholic. Fam. So some of you, this could have just can't come out of the blue. Sam. Fam. So there could be some family connection for some of you. Tammy, Tamara, Justin. I said James already, right? Yeah. Games. Someone could be like a gamer. JBBJ. I feel like the movie Say Anything could be important. TJ. Tyler. Matt. I don't know how I didn't see Matt. Jam. It's my jam. Maybe someone says that. Jamie. Again, I said Tammy. Sammy. I think that's it for the names that are, they're not giving me too much. I'm sure. So obviously, if you see your person's name in here, please take that. Moss, Toss. I keep wanting to say Tyler. I don't know if I said that before. There's barely any letters for Tyler, but I'm saying like Tyler. My Ty might be important for somebody. Also hearing Jacob. Anybody else? San Francisco. Tom. I'm sure I missed that one either. Anyway, so the rest of these, I'm sure if you see your person's name or initials, please take that. I'm not the best at seeing them all, but I just gave you the ones that popped into my head. And there are your confirmations. I want to move on to advice. If anybody needs some advice, we'll pull a couple cards for that. So let's see, for pile 3, what's some advice? Pile 3, advice at this time. I'm not sure how children are advice. Hold on. Be focused on your children if you do have kids. Having a childlike enthusiasm, being playful again. Stop and smell the roses. I'm gonna look at this picture where this rose is being held up. So enjoying the small things in life. Again, going back to like, you know, trying to unburden yourself with too much of this and just do things that you enjoy or you love. We have submission. Feel the need to say give in to how you feel, whatever those feelings. And if you have anger associated with this, but you know, some reason you don't feel comfortable with the energy of anger, maybe lean into that a little bit to get it out, or else it's going to just show up a different way. But basically, like, almost, this feels like, I want to say surrender more than submission. And maybe you need to surrender to the situation, surrender to what is going on. We have Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, creativity, genius, writing, expression, artistic flow. So focus on, you know, your artistic endeavors. Maybe write this if you feel the need to get some stuff off your chest. If you feel like there's some stuff you want to say and you can't say, possibly writing it down. Even if you just write it down and burn it, just getting it out of you. I feel like there's a need to like get some stuff out. And again, if you don't have contact with this person, like there's just a need to get it out and somewhere else. You know, so sometimes just writing things down can be very cathartic, and then like burning them also can be really great, especially around a full moon, because full moons are for releasing. So that's really good. I feel bad. I don't know where we are in our, it doesn't matter. You guys will probably find this at all kinds of times. It could be a full moon tonight for some of you. But as I'm recording this, I can't remember where we are. I think we're, I don't know. Oh my gosh, maybe getting close to a full moon. Maybe the 23rd. Anyways, okay, goodness, back to this. Anything else for guidance for pile 3, please? Guidance for pile 3. Strengthen your gifts. So with this artistic flow, maybe focus on the things that you want to bring into your life. Focus on your gifts. Focus on basically, it feels like, you know, if this person is doing self-focus, maybe you should do self-focus. Just focus on yourself. You know, put all the time into you. Follow your own light. And if this person wants to catch up with you, they will. And if not, you will never regret following your own light and focusing on yourself here. So I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much, pile 3. I appreciate you guys spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in a future reading. Bye, guys.